Now, there are so many image generation models out there at the moment, and they're all great fun to use. I regularly find myself working with Runway, Magnific, Midjourney, and then on the back end using Replicate. Manually, I'm using Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra and all of the other models that are available within Replicate, which are all awesome. What I wanted to do though was find a really quick solution to do this, because I'm doing it all manually. So I wanted to bring something over to Slack, which is a tool I'm in all the time. And if you've found this video, probably something you're thinking of doing as well. What I can do here is take a prompt, a hamster sitting inside the terrarium helmet of an astronaut. The hamster has a little control panel, is piloting the astronaut, has little joysticks. Bear with, hang on, we've got to get it just right. Take that over there, deliver that prompt within the Slack channel. At the same time, we'll run that same image through in Runway. We'll run that through in Magnific. We'll run that in Midjourney. You can see I've been doing some stupid imagery. Midjourney, and we'll use it in the manual form settings with 1.1 Pro Ultra. In the meantime, what's happened over here in Slack is that Zap will go through in a second. Generally takes around 35 seconds for the image to be generated. So then we'll just review how these all look in each of these places. So there's our hamster inside a terrarium helmet inside a spaceman. It's done an okay job. Midjourney's very cinematic, beautiful. We might even have some film grain on there and some lens flare. That's lovely, a bokeh effect. And Magnific is still going. It's generally the slowest, but we're done. I love that it's inside the terrarium. Yeah, okay. It's got what I was going for. And Duda's given, not Duda, the heading's wrong. Runway is okay. Runway's due a massive image generation upgrade today or yesterday, but it's still not come through for me. So I'll wait for that, and I think it's called Panels, and I'll wait for that to come through and update it. Over on Slack, what's happened is I have delivered my prompt. I then have a stupid imp that comes back to me in faux French saying, "You dare to summon the creative spirit of La Belle Art with such a, how do you say, ridiculous prompt? Hamster piloting an astronaut, sacre bleu." So it comes up with specific to your prompt and critiques you, and then begrudgingly makes the image. And then it's delivered it back here. So this is using the same model, Flux 1.1, but directly into Slack. It's also uploaded it to my Google Drive, so that image is safe forever. Lucky me. It's okay, it's fine. And it's also showing in Slack, because that's an image to URL. So how does this all work? Because that's why you're here. It's two Zaps. Zapier number one receives the Slack message. It feeds it via ChatGPT to give me a critique in faux French, which you can ignore that step. It sends that critique back to the channel. It then runs a very simple piece of Python that just cleans the prompt. So, because what I was running into is problems with ASCII characters and random bits of white space that I don't know how they ended up in the prompt, but this just cleans it completely. And then we send via webhook we post out to the Replicate URL that's specific to the model. We include the prompts, we include aspect ratio, format, safety tolerance, and a webhook, which will basically mean that upon completion, please send the output to this webhook, which is Zap number 2. And then below in the headings, you've got my authorization and stuff, which I'll clean up and censor and add as a description. Zapier 2 is catching the hook from Zapier number 1. It's all just a simple webhook catch. And then it is taking that output URL, which is the PNG directly from Replicate, and it's shoving it straight into it's just getting it with a get hook, and then giving me a hydrate file. That file is then I didn't think this would work, but you can upload that as a straight file, hydrate file, straight into a folder of your choice in Google Drive, and that will just appear as an image like this. And then I'm spitting it back to the channel. So I'm sending back to the channel message, how's this? A permanent version is saved in Google Drive, link to step number 3. And then the image URL. The image URL is just the URL that came through the catch hook. Just to note here, the way to get it to display was attach image by URL. So that's my core message. How is this? Link to the Google Drive file from step 3, and then attach image by URL there. That way the image stays. If this were to expire from within Replicate, at least I have access to the image on the back end. And that is it. Those are the steps. So see the blog for more in-depth details and the code that's used. But just as a spoiler alert, to create the Python needed to clean up the text, which is those 8 lines, well, even less, and to write this data and to understand what to do with the headings and everything and to get this working. The entire thing was done for me using ChatGPT. So within about half an hour of talking to ChatGPT, I can't write code. It's all been done for me, and I just wanted to share how it's worked. So if you do write code, you can probably improve on this. I'd love to hear what you would do to make it more efficient. Probably remove the angry French AI is a good step. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this is helpful. Speak soon.